Hello, this is Justin Acuna and I will be presenting my lesson plan. This lesson consists of 3 objectives. The psychomotor objective addresses the contents and rationale behind the lesson. The cognitive objective addresses the result of the lesson. And the affective objective addresses students' ability to work and follow directions effectively. This lesson meets 3 4th grade standards. These standards focus on aerobic capacity, muscular endurance, and assessment. I designed this lesson with diverse learners in mind. It will be very easy to modify. For example, if a student is in a wheelchair, they will be able to participate in the upper body and core exercises listed in the hard copy of the lesson plan. Also, if a student has asthma, the teacher can modify the cardio portion of the lesson. The following equipment is needed for this lesson: 12 yoga mats, 1 whistle, 6 agility ladders, 1 stopwatch, 36 worksheets, and 36 pencils. In order to get students excited for the lesson, I will say, improvement is a crucial part of life. The greatest athletes started as beginners and eventually worked their way to the top. This is a bit of a motivational quote that will encourage students to succeed and try their best during the lesson. Students will be familiar with the process for leaving class and should be able to follow the protocol very easily. They will line up by the door in numerical order, which is assigned according to their last name. Then they will walk to the basketball courts or cement area and sit in accordance with the diagram on slide 8, which we will discuss in a little bit. The lesson and activity will take place on the basketball courts or cement area near the playground. If unavailable, the lesson can also be performed in the gym, multi-purpose room, or auditorium. Students will be grouped according to their assigned number. In order to prevent students from working with their friends or the same person they always work with, the teacher will group students in odd/even fashion. For example, students 1 and 3 will work together, students 2 and 4 will work together, and so on. The warm-up process for this lesson will be very simple. Students will engage in basic stretches, similar to the ones on this chart, like toe touches, lunges, butterflies, straddle stretch, quad stretch, and calf stretch. The instructor will lead a discussion with students and ask them to describe a time in their life when they felt empowered and successful or had improved a specific skill. Allow for a few students to respond. Then the instructor will ask students to describe what the terms core, muscular, and cardiovascular endurance mean. Asking students to discuss personal experiences will allow them to become connected to the lesson and therefore take it seriously. Asking students to define the fitness terms will allow the instructor to assess students' background knowledge. If the teacher notices a majority of their class is not familiar with the terms, it may be necessary to go over them during the instructional portion of the lesson. When the teacher is ready to teach the lesson, he or she will ask for a student volunteer. Then the teacher will demonstrate each of the exercises with the volunteer and use the following teaching cues. Flat like a board. Bend your elbows. Feet flat on the floor. Shoulder blades up. There will be 3 stations for students to visit throughout the duration of the lesson. Each station will consist of 12 students total. However, only 6 students will be participating in the activity at each station per round. While their partner is performing the exercise, the student standing on the sidelines will be counting the number of reps and writing it down on their partner's worksheet. There will be a total of 4 3-minute rounds. Each student will participate in the exercises during 2 rounds. The other 2 rounds will be spent recording their partner's score. When the teacher blows a whistle 3 times and yells "time," students will return to the cement area where class had began to close the lesson. The teacher will ask students to write a reflection at the bottom of their worksheet regarding their improvement over the 2 trials. Then the teacher will lead a group discussion in order for students to reflect on their comprehension of the terms and concepts. After the discussion, students will be asked to return to the station they had visited last and carry the equipment back to class. The teacher will wait for all the equipment to be picked up before returning to class with the students. This activity is a great way for students to prepare for the physical fitness test in 5th grade. By slowly introducing students to skills that will be on the test, they will be prepared to perform appropriately the following year. In a way, this activity is conditioning them for the following year. They will be able to enter the 5th grade with the knowledge and abilities to practice and ace the test. Thank you.